How's it going? Welcome back to my shitty kitchen. This time, we're gonna make these awesome peanut butter cookies that I'm calling the double butter Bengal cookies. For lack of a better name, I couldn't think of anything better. But basically, we're gonna start with a very pliable and adaptable dough for your peanut butter cookie. A couple little things you can do to have really good moist peanut butter cookies. From there, from that dough, you can do anything. You can put chocolate chips in them for the kind of Reese's experience. You can put a little thumbprint and some raspberry jam in there. Peanut butter and jelly cookies, they're super good. But this one is going to be a little kind of complex. It's going to have some Indian flavor, a little curry, a little garam masala. You're going to love it. But we'll start with the cookie dough. Right? Right. Alright, here's what you need. Start off by putting 2.5 cups of flour, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt in a bowl like that. There you go. There's your salt, there's your baking soda, there's your baking powder. I don't know if you can see it, not a lot of contrast there. But you're going to start with that. We're going to whisk that together and set it aside. Then we're going to take 2 sticks of butter, 1 cup of sugar, and 1 cup of brown sugar. And we are going to, cream them in the beautiful Racing Orange KitchenAid mixer. There's my 2 sticks of butter. There's all my sugar. Let me get to creaming. Alright, there that's creaming up. You want to get it nice and fluffy. The more air that you incorporate into the butter, the fluffier and lighter your cookies are going to be, because that air is going to create steam with the moisture from the butter in the cookie, and it's going to help it rise. So now I am going to break up the brown sugar, kind of mix this together. I don't believe in sifting. It's an old thing. It's just a problem I have with sifting. So we're not going to sift that. But that's nice and buttery. Then I'm going to dump all this sugar in there. Right? And we're going to cream the butter and the sugar together for about 3 minutes until it's super beautiful. Alright. That's what that's supposed to look like. Kind of like ice cream. Lots of air incorporated in there, nice and fluffy. Okay? Next thing we're going to do is we're going to add our wet ingredients, which are 1 cup of peanut butter, 2 eggs, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and 1 cup of ground peanuts. They're the peanuts. You want to put them in the food processor until they're about the consistency of breadcrumbs, right? We're going to fold those in a second. But we'll start with our wet stuff. We're going to start with the eggs. Alright? So, put it on a medium speed. Crack these eggs in here one at a time. You guys get to watch me cook left-handed. You know when you cook left-handed, it feels like somebody else? I don't know where I get it. Anyway, there is your eggs going in there. And I'll put the camera down and do the rest. Hey, it's just me and George Clinton, and we're still making peanut butter cookies. I put the 2 teaspoons of the vanilla extract and the 2 eggs in there. And now, as you see, I got the peanut butter in there. Use Creamy Skippy. It's the way to go. It's the perfect blend of sweet and salty, in my opinion. So we're going to incorporate the peanut butter in there now. It makes a huge difference if it's if the peanut butter is room temperature. Obviously, you want your eggs and your butter to be room temperature, but it makes a huge difference if the peanut butter is room temperature too. All right. You got that in there. See how beautiful and light and fluffy that all looks. Okay, now we're going to incorporate our dry ingredients, our flour, baking soda, baking powder, and salt. I'm just going to whisk this together with my left hand a little bit so that that mixes up. And I'm not going to put this in the mixer. I'm going to do this by hand. Why, you may ask, Pat Griffin? Because you're always looking for easier ways to do shit? I will tell you. The reason is that you don't want to overbeat it. We've gotten our eggs and butter and sugar, and that's all very fluffy and lovely. And if we overbeat it in the mixer, then we're going to lose all that beautiful air that we've incorporated in there. So I'm going to mix it by hand. That means I got to put the camera down. I know, it's tragic, but I have to do it. Did about half of it in here. You get that in there. And then I'm going to put the other half in. Wow, this adds a whole new dimension, having someone else hold the camera. I think I'm going to have a contest. I'll have a contest, and if you write in and are super nice or something, or send us money, we'll have you down here and you can hold the camera and then you can eat this shit. How about that? Alright, so you're talking about David Lee Roth. Are we excited about the new Van Halen record? I am. Super excited. Alright, and now our ground peanuts. 1 cup of those. And once again, with the stirring of the up. Okay, now that my camera girlfriend has set down her cocktail, now that she's picked it up again,
picked it back up again.
Delicious. Yeah. We're gonna start making these cookies. Eyes back to me, dear. Eyes back to me. Up there. Here we go. Good. All right. So I got my dough, and I want a uniform tool to be able to knock these out. You could use an ice cream scoop. What I'm going to use is this 2 tablespoon thing that I got from Pete's Coffee, from making coffee, but it's the perfect size. So about 2 tablespoons, so about that size. And dipping it in hot water will help keep it from sticking to the dough, right? So I'm just going to get an even ball of this. I'm going to knock it into my hand, and then I'm going to mix up our spice. With this cookie I wanted some different flavors, so I've got my garam masala in here, and if you don't know what that is, that's an Indian spice. Think Indian pumpkin pie spice with maybe a hint of curry. There's also a tiny bit of ground chipotle for a little tiny bit of smoky heat, and then raw turbinado sugar, which is going to give it sweetness and make it look all, what do we say, it look furry?
Yeah.
They look furry, okay? So, I get my ball of dough, I roll it in my hand, I drop it in here, I get it coated with all of this deliciousness, right? Nice and coated, and then it goes on my cookie sheet. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to using my little spoons. If you don't have tiny little teaspoons in your house, go get some. These things come in handy so much. I'm going to just do a little thumbprint like that in the cookie. Then I'm going to get about a teaspoon of the creamy peanut butter. I'm going to put that in the middle, and I'm going to top that with 1 honey roasted peanut. Just like that. That's how you want to set that up. So, we'll do that one more time so you can see how it goes. Okay? Dip my tool in the water. It dips its tool in the water, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to get a nice ball of the dough. Right? I'm going to roll it in the sugar and spice. Drop it on my sheet pan. Make a thumbprint in it with my baby spoons. right? Get about a teaspoon of creamy peanut butter. Put that in the middle there. Top that with one, what is that called? That's a honey roasted peanut, all right? So I'm gonna set all these up and then we're gonna bake these off at 350 degrees in my shitty oven, because it's my shitty kitchen. It takes about 25 minutes to get them nice. You want them not browned, a little bit furry on the edges, like a fucking cookie should be, like a peanut butter cookie should be. And so yeah, let me knock these out. I'll bake them off and then we can come back and see what they look like. And you can see what my girlfriend's face looks like when she eats one. Check it out. That's what they look like. That is a super fucking delicious cookie right there.
Best peanut butter cookies ever.
We baked them. These baked for like almost 20 minutes in my shitty oven, but you can test it in your own ovens. And they are. Oh, look at that one. That one's a little ugly. We can't save that. So I know you're making a cocktail, but I want people to see a face. When you eat it, eat the cookie. What's it taste like?
The best peanut butter cookie ever.
Is it spicy?
No.
But can
a
you?
little bit of spice. Not too spicy.
What's the best part about it?
The furry sugar.
The furry sugar on the outside.
The big furry sugar pieces on the outside.
The sugar and the spice.
The creamy peanut butter.
And the creamy peanut butter center. I know, that's pretty good. Alright. I was making these, I regretted the fact that I don't have any bacon in the house. Could you imagine what this would taste like with fucking bacon in it? Right? Unbelievable. So there you go. Another trip to my shitty kitchen. Thank you very much. We might have a New Year's Eve party if you want to go.